Hey, what's going on, my friends? In this video, we are going to dive into the debt snowball method and how this might be a good strategy for you to get rid of your debt, right? And it's pretty simple. It's not as complicated as you might think it is. Pretty straightforward. I literally just came here to, Google, typed in debt snowball, and these are the 5 steps you want to do. You're going to list all of your debt. Step 2 is to make minimum payments on everything. Step 3 is to pay extra on your smallest debt. Step 4 is to move on to that next smallest debt. And then 5, you repeat until all of your debt is paid off. So I know it sounds much easier, said than done. But it kind of, this image I like, it has that small, one little dollar sign here, and then you got the money sign here. It's a little bigger, and the ball's getting bigger and bigger. And that is literally what it is. You just want to take care of one, debt, one bill at a time, and then move on to the next one. But the key is to always pay all of your minimum payments on all of your other cards while you take this approach. So, if you always have $100 left over after you pay the minimum balance on all of your cards, well, put that $100 towards your smallest debt, your smallest bill. That will then allow you to get rid of it, and then you can move on to the next biggest bill that you have. For example, and this is good because we're seeing you got a doctor bill, you got your auto loan 1, your auto loan number 2, your credit card, your student loan, and Home Depot. All of these you owe quite a bit of money on. Well, you pretty much want to just organize this from from smallest to largest. So the first one would be what you currently have here, which is your doctor bill. But next up would be this Home Depot bill that's $1,500. So you'd focus on the doctor bill first, then you would pay off your Home Depot bill, and then you would move on to your auto loan number 1, and then you'd move on to your credit card, and so on until it's all paid off. I made a video talking about this and the avalanche strategy, which you can see right here. And I'll probably do another video diving into that approach, on its own, similar to this. But ultimately, one thing I think is important for you guys to keep in mind is that this is a good approach for anyone out there who needs motivation, who needs to, be in a position where you see your effort paying off kind of immediately, and that will help you, stay on track. That's really who this strategy is for. This isn't to say it's the best approach that you should take when it comes to paying off your all of your debt kind of as quickly and paying as little as possible. This isn't the best approach in that sense. However, from a psychological standpoint, being in a position where you're like, hey, I have my small bills over here, and you get rid of it, and then you can roll that money over that you were paying towards that small bill onto the next one. And then you can just keep doing, you rinse and repeat, and it gets bigger and bigger, the amount of money that you're going to have towards those large bills that you have. So when you have that one bill that you're like, man, I'm never paying off my mortgage or whatever it is, that's really, the biggest debt pretty much. Well, you're going to be able to do it much easier and much quicker when your money is all going towards that one bill, that debt, instead of it being spread out amongst 10 different bills that you have. Get rid of those that small debt, and then just roll that money over onto the next biggest debt that you have. Again, rinse and repeat. I know it oftentimes, things like this, like I said earlier, it's easier said than done, but it really isn't as difficult as it might seem. And oftentimes it's what most of us are kind of already doing, because you're already probably just paying your minimum balance. Now, where are you putting that additional funds towards your bills? I don't know. I can't say, everyone's different, but oftentimes some people aren't even doing that. They're just like, I just pay my minimum balance and that's it. I mean, to each his own, and you can do that. But obviously, someone who's chipping away a little bit more than just the minimum balance is clearly going to make more progress on getting rid of that debt than someone who doesn't. So, hey, pretty straightforward. The debt snowball approach might be what you are looking for. It might be what you need. Maybe you just didn't really know how to tackle what approach to take to tackling your debt. This is one solution. This is one strategy that you can implement. So again, start with the smallest. So maybe you have some lingering medical bills. Well, get rid of those small lingering medical bills. Then once you pay those off, and while you're paying those off, with that extra money you have, that whole time you're paying off your car loans, and you're paying, not off, but you're paying your car loans minimum balance as well as your mortgage minimum. While you are chipping that extra money towards your small bills over here, those medical bills, it might not feel like you're doing as much as you could. And technically, like I said, there is a more efficient approach that you can take to getting rid of all of your bills, where you're paying the least amount as possible. But from a psychological standpoint, you're going to see, hey, that bill is done with. That small medical bill that I had before, that was just always lingering and carrying on for a while. Well, you put all of, more of your eggs in that basket. So now it's done with. You don't have to worry about that, 12% interest or whatever it is that was being tacked on. You got rid of it. It's all out of the mix. It's done with. Now we celebrate a little bit. We and this is again part of the tricky element to this, is that we want to see our progress. You want to see the progress, and at the same time you want to stay on track. But it is important to kind of reward yourself or treat yourself. And hey, for me, the reward was simply, I'm done with that bill. I'm good. I'm free. I got my freedom back from that, that lender. They don't have no control over me anymore. That was enough of a celebration for me. But for you, maybe it's like, hey, I'm done with this small bill over here. Let me treat myself to a nice little dinner tonight or something. Maybe you go out to the bar, you get some drinks, whatever it might be. Maybe you don't do anything like that. For me, I didn't do that. But some people do want to say, hey, it's a little milestone. I got rid of a bill. And they will reward themselves. To each his own. Whatever's going to help you stay motivated, stay on track. And, you want to enjoy life, right? Some people are like, oh, you got to just do rice and beans. And I'm not, I'm big into, I definitely got my canned soups and this, that, and the other. But, I eat well as also. So I'm all about budgeting and money management, but I'm also about enjoying life too. And to me, getting your debt under control is incredibly important, and taking this debt snowball approach might be what some of you guys are looking for. So I'm going to wrap it up there, kind of rinse and repeat. But like I said, if you found this video helpful or motivational, encouraging at all, definitely like this video, give it a good thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you guys can be up to date on all of our latest and upcoming videos that will help you with making, managing, and of course, growing your money. But all right, my friends, I got to keep it moving. Much appreciation for watching, but you already know I'll see you in the next video. Peace.